Hi, my name is Lee Archer. Welcome to Get Virtually Fit exercise program, and this is level 1 that we're going to cover today. And what we're going to go through is just the exercises, the techniques, the timing of the exercises, and a couple of other little things. The equipment that we need for this circuit, just 3 things. Firstly, a mat. Okay, just any sort of mat will do, just a nice soft one for your knees and for doing some sit-ups. Dumbbells, which I put on the plan that you'll receive in a hard copy. Choose your dumbbells, make sure they're quite light to start with until you get used to the circuit. So for the first session, make sure they're light. Also a chair, okay, which we will use later on in the session. So without further ado, we'll carry on and we'll go to the first exercise, which is a squat. The way we're going to do the squat is, I will turn on the side to show you, nice tight core muscles, wide stance, so past shoulder width, okay, and then you're just going to lean forward and push back, and that is a squat. Don't lock out on the way back up, keep a little bend in your knees as you go, and push down and up, okay. So during the routine, after doing your squats, the whole position is just in a downward position here. Try and keep your hands out if you can, and as soon as we've finished the whole position, we will go straight back into the squats. Okay, trying to keep your weight on your heels rather than your toes. So we don't want to be in that position. You want your knees back so your bum can get stuck out. Okay, that way we work here and here rather than all on the front of the legs. So that's the squats. The second exercise we're going to do is a shoulder press. Okay, so we use dumbbells for these. Legs round about shoulder width apart. This time, slight bend. Start position is here. And all we're going to do is reach the arms right the way up and back down to that start position. Okay, so that's the repetition, or the reps as it's called in the plan. The whole position is this, okay, 90 degrees. So arms are 90 degrees here and also 90 degrees here. What you might find as the session progresses is you start to go down and down. Just really try and get them back up. So just be aware. If you could do these exercises in front of the mirror, that's good. Not to pose, but just to look at your techniques. And then once you've done the whole position, 10 seconds or however long it is, you go straight back into those reps again, all the way up and all the way down. Okay? Again, tight core muscles, you're doing these exercises on every single exercise, really keeping these muscles tight. And what I mean by that is you squeeze them. Okay? So after we've done the shoulder press, just moving on to the next exercise, which is a lunge. So these are single leg lunges. From the front angle, it's going to look like that. For balance, you can put your leg there, which is really going to test your balance. But what you can do if you're struggling a little bit is just move this leg out to the side, okay? That will give you more balance and more of a platform. When you're actually doing the lunge then, it's just dropping of the back leg with the weight on the front leg. Again, pushing through the heel. So if I do it on the side, we're looking at this, pushing through the heel of the front leg with the back leg off the floor. So we go down and up. Don't have to lock out the leg again, we keep a little bend in the leg as we go. Tight core muscles, back straight. That's your position, okay? And after you've done your reps with the whole position, we're just in that downward position and we're going to hold for however long we say on the plan, okay? And then straight back into those reps again. And that is a lunge. After the lunge, we're going to go on to press ups. It's the first exercise where you're going to use the mat. So there are different ways to do the press ups, 3 different techniques, okay? First one is called a box sit up, and that is feet on the floor, knees on the mat, a nice position like a box, and then you're just going to go down and lock out. With this, it's keeping the elbows not locked, slight bend, and then the rest position, the hold position is here, 90 degrees. Holding, once that's done, then you go back onto reps. A 3/4 sit-up, slightly harder. If you're not bad at press-ups, it's a good way. It's just to get your knees a bit further back, cross your legs and lift them, and then press-ups in the same way. And the final position is a full press-up, which is onto your toes, nice straight back, and press up again. Always the hold position, is down at 90 degrees. So that's the press-ups. Next exercise is a glute kickback. We'll use the mat again for these. You don't have to use the mat for any of these exercises, but I would recommend it to take some pressure off your knees. A glute kickback, you go onto your elbows, holding your core, and you're just going to kick back a leg. Okay? So you keep one knee off the ground, kick it back. Squeezing your bum as you go. So we're working these muscles primarily. So kick, swing, kick, swing. The hold position is up here. And as you're holding, really squeeze your bum. After you've done the hold, back into the reps, kicking. Okay, when you're finished, change legs and you do exactly the same on the other leg. Hold positions there, swing it back under and kick. Kickbacks, that's a glute kickback. So that one, we're working here, also the backs of the legs, hamstrings and the core muscles. Next exercise is the glute toe touches. So if we move the mat out of the way. Now these are probably, I would say, the most difficult exercise on the programme. It brings balance into play. So I'll do it straight on to start with. So you're onto one leg, you're going to raise the other knee off the floor, you're going to put your hands up. From that position, you're going to tilt forward and the leg goes back and then you're back up again. Lots of balance involved and back up. Okay, on the side, we'll show you. Front leg, slightly bent. It stays slightly bent. The leg does not move now. You're going to pick the other leg up and as you go down, it's just stretching, working. Here again, and the backs of your legs. So when we're doing these, the hold position is down. Okay, and after the hold, trying to get your hands on to your toe. That's difficult. Take your hands out. So hands in that position. Okay, more difficult like that. After the hold, straight back into reps. There. They will get easier the more you do the circuits. To start with, everybody I've done this with have found these difficult with balance. Don't get frustrated, take your time on it, do what you can, and you'll just watch yourself improve the more times you do the circuit. Balance is about core stability and the reaction of all your little muscles. So the stronger you get, the more those little muscles react quickly, and then you'll notice that your core becomes stronger and everything, you know, legs, right muscles working, and that's it becomes easier. The next exercise is jumping jacks. So these are also on the picture plan. Start in this position and then we're going to end in that position, but we're going to keep on the toes and we're just doing that. Okay, so I'll just do a few so you can see the technique. In, out, out. Okay, that's all you do on these. It's a cardiovascular exercise. It's going to get your heart rate up a little bit, burn body fat as you're doing the rest of the session, but also still working your legs, stretching the core and also working your shoulders. So it says on your plan how many reps you're doing, or repetitions, and just follow that plan and just try and stay relaxed as you're doing those. The next exercise is the plank. Okay, we'll get the mat for this, although you shouldn't really need it, but you can put your elbows on it. This position, elbows, feet out, and you're just holding. Okay, and then when you pulse, it's just up and back down to level. The important things to remember on these is not to drop your hips, okay? That's a really bad position and it'll cause you back pain. Raise your hips and keep your abs tight and your core muscles tight, and then pulse, hold, hold. Okay, hold position is just a flat plank, and then you go back into the pulsing again. If you do find that your lower back is starting to pull, lessen the reps until you get strong. It's all about keeping this really tight and keeping the hips level. Some people that have got a weaker core, it takes a little bit longer for them to get this one working, and their hips start to sag. If you feel any pain in the lower back, it's not going to, hurt you for a week or so, but it's just saying that your stomach muscles are fatigued or they've worn out for that particular exercise, and other muscles are working instead. We don't want that. We want to isolate here, so we've got a nice flat tummy, all nice and tight. After the plank, we are going to go onto bicep curls. Nice easy one after all the cardiovascular. Nice rest one. I'll do it forward to start with. So palms out, knees slightly bent, core muscles tight. All you're going to do is squeeze and down. Squeeze and down. Fully extend on the way down and just squeeze on the way up. You don't have to move your elbow stays by your side. Once you've done your reps, your whole position is just about here. Okay, if you find that really difficult, you can hold in there a little bit more, as long as you're tensing your arm or your bicep. Okay, and then back to the reps, all the way down and all the way up. Keep nice soft knees. The next one we're going to do is a tricep dip. This is what we're going to use the chair for. It's the only exercise we need the chair. I want you to put the chair against the wall. So don't leave it standing there, because what we're going to do is we're going to use it in that direction and it can tip backwards. So really important you find a surface. I'm going to use the bench, but imagine that's a wall. Make sure it's solid. 3 ways to do this exercise, all to do with the legs. Position for difficulty. Beginners will choose this position here, which is knees at 90 degrees, and then when you do your reps, your legs can help you a little bit. Okay? Intermediates or advanced, legs 3/4 out, same again, up and down, and expert